Hey guys, this is Ryan. If you missed class today, here is the next step of our final project, step 3. Today was day 35, and here is what we did. Step 3, once you complete step 2, which is your research, step 2 looks like this. The doc is in Google Classroom. Whoops, sorry. Here it is. So basically, the goal today is to create a slide deck, finding 3 ads on both sides of your issue. And here is a little example that Levi and I created for you. So the idea is that to really understand your issue, you need to understand both sides, both perspectives of your issue. So what we're looking at doing is first identifying an ad, and then having a written analysis, identifying the techniques used in the ad, the stance or the message, how the artist represents it, and then the meaning of the ad. You can find political cartoons or ads, billboards, whatever you can find. Google Images is a really, really nice tool to start this. And then Levi and I have a few sentence starters down here to help you. The way we envision this project is, if you go to your Google Classroom, there's an example. We gave you 2 examples. You'll be doing 6 total. But what you're going to do is you're going to create your own slide deck. And the way you do that is when you go into the assignment, yours looks a little different than mine, but there'll be a little drop-down menu with the word create. And what you're going to do is you're going to create, and then you're going to create a new slideshow. So you can do the theme and the background however you want. This is just a simple one we made for you. The critical things you need on each slide are the number of the ad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whatever your issue is, it's kind of tricky to have this perfect, but tell us what side you're on, and then copy and paste the ad right in there. Then what it'll look like is you can use this to write a short analysis, and this is an example of how it could look. So just a brief paragraph answering these questions. So that's what it'll look like. You can kind of scroll through and read all of these if you'd really like to get a clear idea of what we're looking for. The main objective is to communicate that you truly understand both sides of the issue, even if you don't personally agree with both sides of the issue. So that's the assignment. The one thing that we're encountering with a few students is that sometimes the issues are tricky, and there's not always 2 sides of the issue. So what you might have to do is get creative or discuss with me how you could look at your issue and find something where there's 2 sides. So here's an example. We have a few students who are doing, like I have a student who's doing suicide. There's really no one, I would hope, that's pro-suicide. So we're gonna have to figure out how to make that into 2 different sides. So one of my suggestions to him was, maybe you could trace it back to bullying. Maybe find some ads that are very strongly like anti-bullying, and then some other ads that kind of look at bullying as a typical part of growing up. So it's kind of potentially a root cause of suicide. Or you could also look at something like mental health services and how that connects to suicide. So you could try to connect funding for mental health services and how there may be 2 different camps of people that have different opinions on that. One group of people that says, yes, we should have mental health services in our communities and our schools. And another camp that says, look, like, I don't want to pay for someone else's mental health services. Or another way to even look at that is another student of mine is doing mental health. That's the topic. And I was thinking, the 2 camps could be, how do people look at mental health? Do we look at it as mental health and illness? Do we look at it as an illness or a sickness? Or do we look at it as like those people are, defective? Those people are outsiders. So anyway, I hope this helps. If you have any questions, check in with me or Levi.